thanks for tuning in. My name is Ingrid. Today I will be sharing with you my newest bag to my collection. This is a Chanel bag and this is a vintage bag, and I think this is the first bag of any brand that I've purchased vintage. So yeah, I'm really excited. I have worn this a few times, but felt that I would just like reveal it to you here. Absolutely in love with this bag and had been searching for not this bag in particular but like a similar bag, and then the Chanel price increases came, and just like the bag that I was after just like seems even like more and more kind of impossible to kind of like save up to and splurge on, and I was finding it like more and more difficult also to justify the purchase, because I mean it is quite a lot of money for most of us anyway. So yeah, this is the latest bag that I have. I got this from I guess you could say like a consignment store here where I live. They're not like the biggest, but they're absolutely have some gorgeous pieces here and there. And then I was able to stumble across this, and I just like read and heard all about the price increases, and I was like, fine, let's just get something. Well, not like anything, but let's just really like go in for it, like try and find a bag that would be fitting enough for what I was after, and this is more or less what I wanted. Not 100%, but I'll get into that once I show you the bag. So the bag that I got, it actually is vintage from I say like 91 to 94 according to the date on it. Still comes with a dust bag, so that's quite nice. And then the bag that I have is the gorgeous Chanel mini square in lambskin color beige with the gold hardware. Now, since this is a vintage bag, as I said, from like between 91 and 94, this actually comes with the painted gold hardware. So this is actually, is it dipped in gold or something? I'm not really quite sure, but the gold color on this is definitely different from what is in store now. So yeah, I absolutely love this bag. Now, the difference from this bag and what I was after, I actually wanted the medium to large classic flap in the beige caviar leather with gold hardware. And search a lot on the pre-loved market here where I live, and haven't been able to find one that is, I mean, also reasonable considering that you're buying it pre-loved and not brand new. We don't have a Chanel store here where I live, so I try to find Chanel pieces that are pre-loved, but I mean, if I'm picky, that's not always going to be easy to find the exact match if you're really interested in that like exact piece. So I found this in the lambskin instead of the caviar, which is, I mean, obviously I have to be a bit more careful with this, but oh my god, it is so soft. You really should be feeling this. Like this lambskin is just so amazing, and it is from like, if it's not like from 91, 94, like how many years old is this bag and how gorgeous is it? I mean, actually, I'd say really good condition so far. Show a bit some close-ups. So yeah, again, you have the CC logo here. It has a slight inkling here, as you can see, but that's not like too bad. Hopefully, with time, if I stuff it right and store it correctly, that will at least not get worse. From the side, and then on the back, as you can see here, there is some marking to the top of the back pockets here, but I mean, it's the back of the bag, it doesn't bother me too much, and I mean, it's, yeah, still in quite good condition, I'd say. The corners where you see the most like wear and tear on these bags, especially the vintage one, I think are still like in quite fair good condition. So yeah, it just opens and locks with the traditional like CC closure, and then I just have some plastic as I store it. Let me just get that out. And then it comes with the interwoven chain that is traditional, also in the gold-plated hardware. So absolutely stunning. In love with this bag, like I cannot rave enough about this bag. Just the size, like what you could fit inside. But this thing packs a punch, like seriously, it's so much more than I actually thought that it would. So now let's show you what fits inside the bag. As you can see, I filled this up. There's still like a little bit of extra room here if you wanted to fit in some smaller pieces. But what I have inside here now is a phone charger, have my car key, a small hand lotion, just a small compact mirror, lipstick, small card holder, keys, and then my iPhone. So as you can see, this fits just like so much more than you would imagine. And even with all these items in, there was still some extra room, so I could have like squashed in some extra, say if you have gum or an extra lip balm or some small pieces like that. And I think the size and like the look of it compared to the medium to large and like the classic double flap bags, I think the look of this is a bit more versatile. You can dress this up or dress this down for like a casual day out or for a nice dinner or date or something like that. Love this. I think the only like con that I have, but I think it's difficult to find vintage pieces in the caviar leather, in the beige tone. I would have preferred that because I would prefer not to be able to like worry that I'd have to like baby it because it is like slightly more delicate, can't spill anything on it and so forth. But oh my god, no, regardless, I love this bag and I'm like, I love this so much. I'm like, oh, I want like the mini square in a black one as well or in every color. But absolutely love this because I do have, and I can show you from here, I have the medium to large in black hair. So the size difference is, I mean, if I just hold them like so, there's quite a lot of size difference in the two. But yeah, even so, this thing packs so much more than I would. And I just love the fact that this chain is longer than the chains on the classic flaps. The classic flaps you normally like have to wear as a shoulder body because crossbody just like fits like an under boob, kind of like an awkward length for me. I know a lot of people prefer to wear it that way, but I like it that like sits a bit like lower on the hip. I'll show you some mod shots. So here is the bag. Thought I would just do a couple of simple mod shots with you. This is crossbody. And as you can see, it sits like perfectly. And for reference, I'm approximately 5'5", 165 centimeters tall. Love the way that sits. Crossbody. And then you have it just as a shoulder bag. Also nice height, I'd say. And if you want to wear this as a clutch, I don't know. It's not really what I use it for, but I guess I could show you. It would just be like so. Absolutely stunning, and I'll show you the inside if you're interested. So as I said, it just opens with the traditional CC closure, and then you open it, and you have the CC logo, and then it's just like the one big pocket here, the made in France. And then you have the one side pocket here, and then the zip closure compartment. But I don't use this. I mean, I have the authenticity card just in there where I keep it so I don't lose it. And that was also a thing for me, that the fact that you were able to find the card and the sticker that matched together. So it's just like a bit more of security so that it being authentic. But again, with these like proper vintage pieces, it's normally, they're not like so many counterfeited of those as there would be to the kind of more new versions like this, where it's more difficult to say what is authentic and what is not. So yeah, absolutely in love with this bag. Would recommend it so much for anyone who is interested in a small handbag, classic looking handbag, and this just like goes with everything. Love this bag. And I paid approximately $2,000 for this, American. And I think now after the price increases, It is gone up to $3,500 for the newer mini squares, which are hard to come by anyway. So the fact that you're able to get one, and then in addition you have the price difference there. So save a good chunk of money, and cannot rave enough about this bag. So if you were on the fence, I hope I persuaded you to maybe get it. Absolutely love this and would recommend it, and I'm looking for more. So yeah, let me know in the comments down below if you have any experience with buying vintage pieces, and if you yourself have bought this vintage, how you're coming about with it. Thank you. See you in my next one.